You know deep down that you're capable of more. But here you are, stuck in a life that feels smaller than what you know you're meant for. It's like a quiet voice in the back of your mind whispering, "This isn't it. You're better than this." And you are. But let me tell you why you're not living up to that potential, and why it's entirely on you. You settle. That's the first mistake. You've accepted less than what you're capable of because it's easier. It's safer. You tell yourself it's good enough, but good enough is killing your growth. It's slowly draining your ambition. When you settle, you tell yourself a lie, that you can't have more, that you don't deserve more. But deep down, you know that's not true. Settling is just a convenient excuse to stay comfortable. You avoid pain. Growth and pain go hand in hand, but you're running from it. You dodge challenges, sidestep discomfort, and avoid anything that makes you feel vulnerable. But avoiding pain also means avoiding progress. Pain is a teacher, not an enemy. If you're not willing to face it, you'll never reach your full potential. You're inconsistent. One day you're fired up, ready to chase your goals, and the next day you're back to coasting. You can't live up to your potential when you only give effort when you feel like it. Potential demands consistency. It demands showing up even when you're tired, unmotivated, or doubting yourself. If you're not consistent, you're not serious. You doubt yourself. The worst prison you'll ever live in is the one created by your own mind. You let fear and self-doubt control you. You tell yourself you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. That doubt keeps you stuck. It stops you from even trying. And when you don't try, you reinforce the lie that you're not capable. It's a vicious cycle, and only you can break it. You don't take risks. You stay in your safe little bubble because stepping out feels too scary. But guess what? Staying safe is the biggest risk of all. It costs you your dreams. It costs you your growth. It costs you your potential. Risks are where breakthroughs happen. They force you to rise, to adapt, to become more than you are. If you're not taking risks, you're not growing. You procrastinate. You keep telling yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow." But tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year, and before you know it, your potential is wasted. Procrastination is just fear in disguise. It's your way of avoiding the discomfort of starting, the fear of failing. But every time you procrastinate, you chip away at your future. You focus on the wrong things. You waste time on distractions, chasing instant gratification instead of long-term goals. You scroll through social media, binge-watch TV, and let your days slip away doing things that don't matter. Meanwhile, your potential is sitting there, untouched, waiting for you to finally step up. You surround yourself with the wrong people. You let small-minded, negative people influence your decisions and your mindset. If you want to live up to your potential, you need to surround yourself with people who push you, who challenge you, who inspire you to be better. But instead, you've chosen comfort over growth, and it's holding you back. You lack discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. But you keep making excuses. You let your emotions dictate your actions. You choose comfort over commitment. Without discipline, potential is meaningless. It's just a dream that will never become reality. And finally, you quit too easily. The moment things get hard, you back down. You convince yourself it's not worth it, that it's too much, that you'll try again later. But later never comes. If you want to live up to your potential, you have to stop quitting every time things get uncomfortable. You have to push through even when it feels impossible. Living below your potential isn't just a waste, it's a betrayal of yourself. You're robbing yourself of the life you're capable of, the person you're meant to become. And here's the harsh truth. Nobody can save you from this. Nobody can force you to step up. This is on you. So stop settling. Stop avoiding pain. Stop doubting yourself. Stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. You already know what you need to do. You've known all along. The question is, are you going to do it? The time to act is now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. now. Because every day you waste is a day you'll never get back. And if you're not willing to fight for your potential, then don't be surprised when life passes you by. Living up to your potential isn't easy. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's scary, but it's worth it. Because the alternative, living a life of regret, of missed opportunities, of unrealized potential, is far worse. Living below your potential isn't just about what you're not doing, it's about the person you're choosing to become. Every single time you settle, avoid, procrastinate, or quit, you're actively shaping yourself into someone weaker, someone smaller. And here's the truth you need to face. The version of you that lives below their potential will never be happy. You can try to convince yourself otherwise. You can try to find comfort in mediocrity, in distractions, in settling for less. But deep down, you'll always feel that nagging void. That voice inside will always whisper, "This isn't enough. You're capable of so much more." That void, that's your untapped potential screaming at you to wake up. It's the pain of knowing that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And no amount of comfort, excuses, or distractions will ever fill that void. The only thing that will is effort, consistent, relentless effort toward becoming the best version of yourself. Let's get real. Settling doesn't just rob you of success, it robs you of self-respect. How can you respect yourself when you know you're capable of more, but you're not even trying? How can you feel proud of a life that's built on excuses and half efforts? Living below your potential isn't just a waste of talent, it's a betrayal of yourself. And don't fool yourself into thinking that comfort is the answer. Comfort is a trap. It lulls you into thinking you're okay, that you're safe, that this is as good as it gets. But comfort is the enemy of growth. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you small. The life you want, the version of yourself you're meant to be, lives on the other side of discomfort. But discomfort scares you, doesn't it? You'd rather avoid the pain, the fear, the hard work. You'd rather stay where it's easy, where it's safe. And that's exactly why you're not where you want to be. Potential doesn't live in the easy. It lives in the grind, in the sweat, in the moments where you want to quit, but choose to keep going anyway. Living below your potential is the slowest, most painful way to kill your dreams. Because deep down, you know you're wasting it. You know you're meant for more. You feel it every time you look at yourself in the mirror and wonder why you're stuck, why you're unhappy, why you feel so unfulfilled. It's not because life isn't fair, it's because you are not being fair to yourself. Here's what nobody wants to admit. Living up to your potential is hard. It's not just a decision, it's a daily fight. It's waking up every day and choosing to push, to grow, to face the discomfort head on. It's making sacrifices, doing the work, and staying disciplined even when you don't feel like it. It's not glamorous. It's not easy. But it's the only way to unlock who you're meant to be. You think it's hard to chase your potential? Let me tell you what's harder. Regret. Waking up one day and realizing that you wasted years, decades, a lifetime because you were too scared, too lazy, or too comfortable to go after what you really wanted. That's pain you can't escape. That's a weight you'll carry for the rest of your life. Every day you choose to live below your potential, you're digging that hole deeper. You're making it harder to climb out. But the good news is it's not too late. As long as you're breathing, you have the power to change. But change requires action. It requires a decision. And it requires the courage to face the uncomfortable truths about yourself. Ask yourself, are you happy with where you are? Are you proud of the effort you're putting in? Are you living a life that challenges you, that excites you, that makes you feel alive? If the answer is no, then what are you doing about it? Because nothing will change unless you change. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop blaming other people. Stop waiting for the right time. The time is now. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you the life you want. If you want more, you have to go out and take it. You have to earn it every single day. And here's the hard truth. Nobody cares about your potential if you're not willing to fight for it. The world doesn't reward untapped talent. It rewards effort, discipline, and results. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you're not putting it to work, it means nothing. Potential is worthless without action. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep living small, letting fear and comfort dictate your life? Or are you going to step up and do what needs to be done? Are you going to keep making excuses? Or are you going to prove to yourself and the world that you're capable of more? Living up to your potential isn't about being perfect. It's about being relentless. It's about choosing growth over comfort, action over excuses, and effort over mediocrity. It's about refusing to settle no matter how hard it gets.